Hi everyone, my name is Natalie. Today I just wanted to do a simple Friday reads to show you what I'm currently reading and what I'm planning to read and all of the good things. So my main read at the moment is If I Had Your Face by Frances Cha. This is a new release that came out I think in May this year, or maybe even earlier than that. It is a book that I have been really anticipating because it's a South Korean author living in the US writing about sort of beauty ideals in South Korea and plastic surgery and the effect of the beauty ideals on individual women's lives. Some of them are really pretty and sort of have the envy of everyone around them. Some of them have done extensive plastic surgery. So I am now at the point about halfway through this book, and I think I have now been introduced to all of the characters. So I'm interested to see where this goes. It's been interesting in terms of the themes and the content, but I haven't found that I connect with any of the characters. So we'll see how it changes in the second half of this book. So there's that. And then the next one is one that I'm listening to as an audiobook, and that is The Overstory by Richard Powers. I am buddy reading this one with Roxy. I will link her booktube channel below as well as her Instagram. I love her and she is so thoughtful and a really good person to have a buddy reader with this book because she definitely sees things that I have not. So The Overstory is a book all about trees and the way that various people or various characters relate to trees in one way or another. So in the first section of this book, we are introduced to I think 9 characters in all, and then in the second section of the book, we are seeing the way that these characters meet and their lives intertwine. And there's a lot of interesting thematic things about this book. This is another one of those books that I'm not connecting with the characters as much. Definitely 2 characters that are standing out to me in particular, and that is Neelay, who is an Indian immigrant boy, and he is really interested in computers and programming, and there's a lot of interesting things about his story that I think I particularly connect with it because there's some connections with my own father and his interest in computers and programming when computers became a thing. And Patricia's storyline is also really interesting because she's a scientist and she's doing studies of trees and their communication. We're just finishing up this book this week, so I'm looking forward to talking with Roxy at first and then checking in my June wrap-up about my full feelings about The Overstory. And then another book that I'm very slowly making my way through is Stamped from the Beginning, The Definite History of Racist Ideas in America by Ibram X. Kendi. This is a very popular racism-related nonfiction book. As the subtitle says, it goes back in time and talks about the beginnings of slavery and the birth of the country as we understand it, the United States, and sort of the way that racist ideas have existed, as well as how anti-racism ideas have existed alongside each other. So far it's been really interesting and thought-provoking and also really informative. There's a lot of the background to the slavery narrative that I have not learned about before, and so I'm finding that it has been very educational and helpful, but also it's very heavy on the details, so it's gonna be a slow reading process. Also, I think I've mentioned this before, but the audiobook for this one is available on Spotify free if you have Spotify. So I have sort of switched in between reading the physical copy and listening to the audiobook with the physical copy in hand. It is a really impressive piece of nonfiction, so I'm looking forward to continuing to make my way through this one. And then lastly, we have 2 books that has just arrived in the mail that I'm really looking forward to getting to. So first we have Freshwater by Akwaeke, Emezi, and this is one that I've heard really good things about and that I've been interested in. I think when it was longlisted for the Women's Prize, and even before that I'd heard of this book because of the way that it deals with mental illness. I think that this covers sort of a DID storyline or character. So this one is also about a transgender character. I've been really looking for both novels about transgender characters and memoirs or nonfiction because I feel like that is definitely an area within LGBTQ plus books that I've not read anything of, I don't think. So I've been looking for books, and this is one that comes up in various lists. I decided to pick this one up, and I have actually read a sample of this and loved the beginning of this book, so I'm looking forward to getting to this one. And then lastly we have a book. It isn't actually a book, but it kind of feels like a book, and that is the Paris Review, number 232. So this is the spring 2020 edition. And this is a literary magazine that I've been wanting to try out for a long time. I just found out that a independent Swedish bookstore were carrying this literary magazine because it's very difficult to get a hold of here. I've been looking for ways to order this one before, and through the website of the Paris Review itself, the shipping is more expensive than the actual magazine. So I've been wanting to try this one out for a long time, and discovered that the independent bookstore had it. So I immediately ordered a copy of it, and I'm looking forward to trying some new authors out. There's a few authors that I definitely recognize, like Rachel Cusk. There's an interview with her. There's a fiction piece by Jessie Ball and by Rebecca Mackay that I definitely recognize those names. And yes, there's also a essay by Edwidge Danticat, which is another author that I've been really interested in since seeing her name come up in Caribathon videos and TBRs and recommendations even a lot. So that was another reason I definitely wanted to get this particular issue. So those are the things that I am currently reading, and the two things that I am planning to start reading probably later today. It has been such a hot day in Sweden, and actually this entire week has been very warm, but today in particular is sweltering. So I'm gonna go back to sitting outside and reading If I Had Your Face. I hope you're having a good Friday and nice weekend, and that you're enjoying the summer weather if it's sunny where you are, or if else just having a good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.